As this international week, guys, we thought we'd look at the England squad because there were. I think we need to scrutinise this England squad, Lee. Talk to me, mate, because what's going on here?
I think we need to start with. We do need to address the fact that Tuchel has come out and explained the decision, which is last international break. He picked a squad that he found worked very well, and so doesn't want to deter from what he had. The issue is, I think that we can't ignore the fact that form from these players has dropped so dramatically. And if you're an England player currently playing, let's just say Jack Grealish, because we talk about him too much, maybe. How is he sat there now looking at, I'll just say it, Jarrod Bowen, as an example, a relegation candidate.
Jarrod Bowen's a good player, but he's not on form.
No.
Let's put it that way.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
These are all good players, but they're not all informed players in this England squad. So when you've got Jarrod Bowen compared to Jack Grealish, how can you honestly defend Jarrod Bowen at the moment when Jack Grealish is doing what he's doing? And apparently it's because he liked the last team. But that argument can't stick, because what if we perform well against Wales, on Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember when it is, and then Latvia, which, let's be honest, we should beat. So when this team, but if this team performs again and let's say we get 2 clean sheets and 4 or 5 goals, does that mean next international break this is the same team?
Every time he chooses a team, I'm confused. One week, the first couple of squads he's picking Kyle Walker, and he's picking this, and every time he squads he pick. Okay, every manager is 1 or 2, but this team has got a lot of players that are off form. We're looking at Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, 1 goal so far this season.
1 goal contribution all season. Missing sitters as well. How's he in the squad? We're looking at Morgan Rogers. We've discussed it before. Morgan Rogers and Ollie Watkins for Villa last year had 40+ goal contributions. Between them, 1 this season.
Yeah.
We're looking at Jordan Henderson. You know what? I've been having a go at Jordan Henderson, but he has been good. He hasn't. I don't know if he's been good enough to get an England squad. You talk about assists against United and Chelsea. He has been playing well for Brentford, but me personally, we should be moving on. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think we should be moving on. Great guy, but he gets so much respect, it baffles me. There are better football players currently playing in the Premier League. He doesn't play 90 minutes week in, week out. And so to take him there, surely we're prepping this as our competition winning England squad. Tuchel's here to win the World Cup. At the end of the day, that is his job, is to win the World Cup. So although I think that's a ridiculous thing to set your sights on, because let's be realistic, it's England. If this is genuinely how he's prepping to go to the World Cup, are you honestly telling me that right now, if he was to write his list of the World Cup squad, Jordan Henderson's in the starting squad?
It seems like it is. But he keeps on saying, Jordan Henderson's in the team for his experience and his leadership. What if you're England captain, you're Hurricane? What are you thinking by him saying that? Are you trying to say I'm not a good captain?
That is the thing, though, isn't it? Because you have
That's
a captain.
What he says every time. We have Jordan for his leadership qualities. So what's Hurricane captain for then?
Yeah, I think it goes all the way through this list.
But you've got captains there. We've got Mark Gay's captain of Palace. We've got Reece James captain of
Chelsea.
Sorry, Chelsea. We've got Jordan Henderson, who's captain of, not Jordan Henderson. That's a mess. That's a bad example.
Yeah.
Declan Rice, who should be captain of Arsenal.
Yeah.
Got Harry Kane. You've got Saka, who's captain of Arsenal. There's enough captains there. There's enough leadership there to have Jordan Henderson. It's just a bit weird.
And Jordan Pickford as well, captain of Everton.
Jordan Pickford as well, another captain. Even the goalkeepers. Looking at the goalkeepers.
I was about to say that if you look at the goalkeepers as well, it's an addition there. You can say the same what I've just said about forwards. Say the same in midfield. You can definitely say the same in defence. Goalkeepers, you've got Dean Henderson. I think fair enough. Jordan Pickford, again, fair enough. Jordan Pickford's a talented goalkeeper. He's been so consistent in the Premier League. He's very well for England. But James Trafford played 3 or 4 games before he was replaced.
Had a couple of calamitous.
And they were highlights of you could put laugh tracks behind some of the stuff he was doing. And then to think that he's being picked over Nick Pope, you can't argue age because Jordan Henderson gets picked. So it's nothing to do with Nick Pope's age. Nick Pope's a fantastic goalkeeper who still plays for Newcastle, who are qualifying for European football. So
playing Champions League football. How's he not in the
squad? I don't understand. But James Trafford is now second choice
to Donnarumma
at City. So
playing backup, not playing Premier League minutes. But then Nick Pope, who's playing Champions League football and starting the Premier League every week in, week out, he's not in the squad. And he actually, the thing about it, he's not even just there, he's actually playing well.
Exactly. He's doing well. See, my issue is I agree with what Tuchel's done, but it goes against what he should be doing in terms of, like, he said he only wants to be here to sort of win it. He's not really looking out for the future. Well, I think Trafford should be involved in the squad because surely Trafford is our only option and number one in the next 5 years. So, like, you want him there, but then Tuchel says he's not doing that. He's not preparing for that. He's preparing for the World Cup. Well, that's not the three best England goalkeepers.
No. Pope should be in there. You should be doing. You should be letting James Trafford play for under 21s, gaining more experience, getting more games under his belt.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. Games. That's what makes you grow.
You can tell him that you can't pick him if he's not a first choice keeper for his club, which I think is an absolutely fair thing to say. Because you would say the same if it was about an on-field player.
Yeah, I totally agree. Looking at the defenders, I'm looking at Dan Burn. Probably at the moment, he should be in there. We'll give him that. I don't know if he shouldn't be starting in my eyes, but he should be in the squad. He deserves his place in the squad. Mark Gay, definitely. Reece James, if he can stay fit, but he's pulled out now anyway. Konza, I don't rate Konza myself personally, but he's playing Champions League football for Aston Villa. You can see why he's picked. He is in the elite, European elite competition. Skelly, fair enough. Gerald Konza, Bayer Leverkusen are struggling. I don't know how he makes the squad. Jed Spencer's in the last squad, fair enough. John Stones has injury problems. Like, left backs, where's Tariq Mitchell? Why haven't we given Tariq Mitchell a chance from Crystal Palace? What is it, small team problems or what is it? He's got
this is the
Gay there.
If you've got Mark Gay there,
he plays alongside him.
Mitchell, exactly. Helps. That's what I was going to say. Like, it works. Surely that's helpful to have two people that play together week in, week out. Put them in the squad together. Play Mark Gay on the left. Play Tyreek Mitchell. Why isn't that better than playing a player that doesn't play left back? Dan Burn shouldn't be looked at as our left back option.
Never.
He's a fantastic football player, but England do not play that way. We need a left back that can go up the pitch. We're meant to be the left back side. Yeah,
I agree.
But honestly, Daryl, like, again, you can go and look at the midfield and you can say the same thing. You've already pointed out Morgan Rogers. Well, I think Morgan Gibbs-White. I think Jordan Henderson. I think Elliot Anderson could also not be in that squad. So actually, out of all of the players there, and it seems so bizarre to say, it's Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who, if people were new to watching football, he's like 28 years old and he used to play for Chelsea. It's very weird. And Declan Rice. They're the only two there that I think deserve to be there.
No. I hear you, but I'm gonna have to put my hands up and back up Elliot Anderson. He's my guy. I told you when he won the Euros earlier on with the under 21s. I've rated him from there, and I've seen him, and he played really well. Got man of the tournament in my eyes. He should have. And then for the last two England performances, he's got man of the match, playing that withdrawn deeper role, and he's played really well. So based on those performances, I would put him in. But I'm quite shocked that Adam Wharton is missed out as well. I could have easily taken out any of the others, Morgan Gibbs-White or Henderson or Rogers, and put in Adam Wharton. Adam Wharton is a class player. I'm shocked he's not in.
I think that when you look at the list, I think Elliot Anderson plays a deeper role. So I assume the plan is Declan Rice and Anderson. Then you've got Gibbs-White, Loftus-Cheek, Morgan Rogers. Well, them three are all very similar.
They're all similar. They're all the same player, more or less.
Striker. Yeah, the higher level of the midfield. So how do you want to introduce that? And then you've got someone like Adam Wharton, who is very much the Elliot Anderson role. So there's no cover for the Anderson role. There's no cover for the Declan Rice role. And then you've just got three of these sort of like attacking midfield sort of players. Yeah, it's odd. And all three of them aren't looking fantastic at the moment.
I agree. They make some weird decisions. But with that midfield, talking about with that midfield, we've heard some weird stories coming out. Obviously, there's a big story that Bellingham got left out, but then they're saying, "Oh, he hasn't. He's obviously come back from a shoulder injury." But do you not think it's a bit strange? We're hearing these stories about harmony in the squad. This is all. This is.
Yeah.
You expect harmony anyway, but I don't know. He's pointed this out a couple of times. I like the same squad. The last, it's a winning squad. Trying to justify
he
it.
said that, didn't he? He said the last squad played very well, and so he doesn't want to change it to like ruin that harmony. Well, the last squad didn't have Bellingham in it. So what I said previously about if we perform well, does this squad stay the same? When Bellingham's fully fit, back playing 90 minutes week in, week out, and we as in England have done very well in our friendlies, does Bellingham not get reintroduced because the harmony in the squad's there?
This is what I mean. It just sounded a bit
how long does that harmony last? If everyone stays happy and friendly, because now, wouldn't you put a bit more effort in? Now you've heard this. If you're in that England squad, you think, well, as long as
if I play well, I'll keep my place.
It's not just I'm keeping my place. Everyone's keeping their place.
Yeah.
Trafford can't ever get dropped. He will never play because we're only playing 2 games. You can't play 3 keepers. How can you drop him? So, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the Ollie Watkins thing. I think we've got better strikers scoring goals in the Premier League who are English.
Come on, Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck should be in there.
Welbeck.
Come on.
If we're here for the here and now, then you can't argue that Danny Welbeck isn't right for the here and now. I also think Eddie Nketiah.
Do you know what? That's not a bad shout, you know. I didn't even think of it. That's a good shout. He's young, English, playing for Palace, scoring goals, confident. Why not give him a shot? We're playing against lesser teams.
We should have, exactly, especially in this. But I think we should do it because Tyreek Mitchell, Mark Gay, Adam Wharton, Eddie Nketiah, Eze's obviously now moved to Arsenal, but Eze will be in the squad.
That's crazy.
But it's also they know each other. Look at this squad. There's a lot of players that don't play with each other or haven't played with each other. I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a very odd-looking squad. And I asked you this before we recorded. I said, if you took Declan Rice and Saka out of the squad, who is the big player? And I mean financially, like who would be the big transfer? Because Harry Kane, I think, is perhaps too old to be looking at like big figures for a transfer. But who is it?
I'd have to go Eze.
There is like the standout. Yeah. It just seems weird to me.
Rashford, 50 odd.
I just remember watching England growing up, and that wasn't a long time ago. And just almost every single player you would want on the back of your shirt, and it would be a mixed match of who was on the back of people's shirts. But right now, and I'm not going to rule people out because I think that's just unfair, I just can't imagine there's kids sat at home going, I really want a so-and-so shirt. Unless it was Kane.
I was going to say that, and I thought I'm going to be respectful here.
I can imagine Kane because of what he's done for England and that.
Yeah.
But it's just like looking at the new lads. Like, I mean, I don't know how you'd fit some of their names on a shirt, to be honest. There's so many double-barreled names. It's going to cost
because you know they do it per letter. They do it per letter.
Yeah. Can you imagine the poor parents who has 2 kids that really like Ruben Loftus-Cheek? You're like, lads, come on, a different one. We'll just call him Ruben on the back. Cost you a fortune.
Oh my god! But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how they perform. But Thomas Tuchel makes a few strange decisions each time. We'll have to see. I don't really watch the England games. I might keep an eye on the results and see what happens. They probably just trash them. Really, they should be steamrolling in these teams. Really, but you never know. It's England, so we'll see what happens. Listen, Lee, what was your highlight of the week? Football-wise, obviously.
Honestly, and it feels weird saying it, it's going to be the Newcastle penalty because that really was, and I think we'll be looking back at it, that was a weird weird run-up, amazing finish. That's as top bins as anyone's going to go for, and I think it was helped by Sells in goal, moving around so much, and it made it be like, oh, mind games, and then he just whacked it top bins. And it was like, doesn't matter what you can do in that goal, mate. That was going there the whole time. It was great. What about you, Daryl?
I know it's a bit of a deflection and a bit of a. I've got to go Jack Grealish again. It's just
scoring the winner.
Joyful Jack, still entertaining me. Do you know what I mean? Everton, like I said, ending that 19-game Palace unbeaten streak. So and Everton climbing the table. Jack, you got to be okay. Even if it did deflect off him, or he just did nick it in, you got to be in that position. They're doing well, attacking, playing well. Yeah, that was mine for the week. That's a bit weird from a Liverpool fan, an Everton highlight. How about that?
You keep picking Jack Grealish up as a Liverpool fan.
I have to, because I love Jack. I think he's a top player.
I agree.
I'm disappointed for him that he's not in the squad. But the only thing I can say that is with this isn't the squad. As long as he's on the plane next year, and if he carries on like this, he will be. You're not worried about missing this squad. You're missing who you're going to play. You're playing Wales and whoever it is. Do you know what I mean? It's not important. Latvia. So it's nothing big. But as long as he's on the plane to go next year, then I'm happy, because even if he's not playing that well now, he should be in that squad. He's a game changer and he can change things. What did you think about Phil Foden missing out? Just a quick one. Sorry.
I think I understand it, because it's only really been the last 2 games he's really linked up well with Haaland. But same thing as Grealish. I think if Foden carries on in his current form, next international break, we need to see the players back. I do believe that is Bellingham, Foden. It would be Jack Grealish, Cole Palmer, if he can start getting back into form. Players like that should be in this squad, because right now these are not the best England players.
Yeah, I hear you. I agree, but we'll have to see. I don't know if you're watching the England games, will you?
I'll give them a go for the first 25, 30 minutes and see if I can put up with it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I might tune in. We'll have to see if I've got anything else planned.
Yeah, exactly. See if there's not anything else to do that's more fun.
It's more fun, then I might just shut the TV on,
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, Lee. Thanks a lot for joining today, mate.
No worries.
All right, guys. Let us know who impressed you the most this weekend. Drop your comments, your thoughts, and give us a like if you don't mind. Please hit that notification button so all the podcasts will come through to you. And yeah, thanks for joining us on Denied by the Crossbar podcast. Thanks a lot, guys.
See you later.